Welcome back here, everyone. Well, it's considered to be the worst kept secret in Hollywood right now, but still, it is something to report on, and hopefully, there is something coming out of it. Now, there's a good and a bad to this here, and I want to tell you what's going on, what's happening, and what's going on. First off, let's get into this. Henry Cavill addresses fans in new video, officially announces his return as Superman following highly anticipated cameo in Black Adam. So yes, it is confirmed at the end of the Black Adam movie, Henry Cavill shows up as Superman. He is back as Superman officially, right? He put up a video on Twitter stating that the social media platform where Henry Cavill announces his return as Superman. What he basically had to say in the short message is that what he said is that I wanted to wait until the weekend was over before posting this because I wanted to give you all a chance to watch Black Adam, but now that plenty of you have, I wanted to make it official. I am back as Superman. An image of him in his super suit appeared at the top of the video along with the post-credit cameo. Cavill says it all is just a very small taste of things to come. He couldn't give any more details but thanked the fans for their tireless advocacy for his cause and promised they will be rewarded. He said, thank you for your support and thank you for your patience. I promise it will be rewarded. The Man of Steel star said the same thing in his Instagram post but added, the dawn of hope renewed. That says everything really. Now, I like Henry Cavill as Superman. I did like my Superman. I think he has the Superman look, and you know he actually is a fan of these characters that he plays. He's a fan of Superman. He wants to do. I was not a big fan of Man of Steel. I've said so before. Nor was I a fan of the Batman vs Superman movie. I thought that movie was just messed up, really. And then the Justice League movie that they did, well, the Snyder Cut, I actually enjoyed that. I said before, I say again, I consider that to be the only Justice League movie. I thought it was really good. That doesn't mean I didn't have problems with it, but I'm just saying. The issue I've always had with Superman, with what they've done, is Zack Snyder was probably the wrong person to do the movies because it was too dark, too gritty, and there are people who will say that Superman is too much of a Boy Scout, too much of a good guy for this time. And I would say that's completely wrong. Superman is exactly what is needed for this time. Superman represents hope, represents a brighter future, you know, truth, justice, and the American way. This is the person who shows up when you are in dire need and lets you and saves you and lets you know it will be okay, it will be better. He can make it better, and he will make things better for you. That's what Superman does. He's hope. And a dark, gritty Superman didn't work for me. And this is why a lot of people are kind of thinking. If you look at DC Comics, for instance, they pretty much gave up on Clark Kent Superman. Decided to put in his idiot son and say that, you know, he was the new flagship Superman. That crashed and burned hard, and they deserved it because it was a terrible toilet paper of a book, you know, that did absolutely nothing other than just go around telling stupid gay stories. People like Superman and they want classic Superman stories, and if you do a classic Superman movie, it will work. There's a reason the Christopher Reeve Superman movie is still beloved today, because you could build from. Don't get me wrong. Don't take the whole Superman Returns idea, which was one of the worst Superman movies ever, and say, well, let's go and piggyback off where that one ended. No. I said before, I like things about Man of Steel. I just have a problem with the dark, gritty tone. I think if they get rid of that and do it better, do it more hopeful, but still leaving stuff, it could be done. You can build your own universe. You don't need to just go into this dark, gritty world. No. And Henry Cavill likes the character wants to play the character. Said many times that he wanted to play the character, and their plan was to get rid of him and bring in and kill him off, and then bring in Supergirl, which would not have made any sense along with Batgirl. Wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. You gotta understand, fans are getting tired of these nonsense. People are even getting tired of Batman in comics because people want Batman to go back to being a detective instead of contingency man who has a plan for every blasted thing. It's not working. People want classic stories that they can enjoy, and you're not doing that. Simple as that. So, at the end of Black Adam, he had a cameo, and now he has officially announced that he has returned as Superman. What is going to happen going forward, we don't really know, because, you know, anything could come out of it. We don't know with James Gunn taking over. As I said in a video I did, I am skeptical, but, you know, watching what will happen with that. Now, with this being the case, and him having renewed his, Henry Cavill having renewed his role as Superman, what does that mean for the other project that he's working on? Well, one thing I can tell you for certain is that he's no longer going to be the Witcher. Witcher Season 4 will no longer have Henry Cavill as Geralt. Now, I watched the first season of The Witcher. I wasn't 100%, I didn't like it. I'll be honest with that, I didn't like it 100%. I was confused mostly. I was worried, I was disturbed. The second season I was like, oh God, nah, boy, I'll not even try. Now, I have never played the Witcher video games. I'll be honest with you here. I've never played the Witcher video game. I read the first novel of the Witcher series, book series, but I've never played the video games. People who have played the video games, people who have more knowledge of it than me, okay. But even I could spot something wrong with something when I am not, even if I'm not a major fan of it. And I spotted something wrong with this series. The fact that it was dragging along, that it wasn't seeming like it was going anywhere, that you know, they kept trying to push this feminist empowerment nonsense when people just wanted to sit and watch a series and enjoy themselves. I mean, the only thing that I think in season 2, when his horse Roach died, that was a very emotional scene there. But other than that, it just had a bunch of weird nonsense happening that you couldn't even care about. Honestly, you just didn't seem to really care about, and it was just it seems like such an interesting series. But that wasn't really helped by the fact when somebody came out who worked on the Witcher series and admitted that the writers and the people on the production staff didn't read the Witcher books, didn't play the video games, and didn't overall like anything about it. And this is what we keep getting: people who want to make things into what they want rather than what it should be, and this continuously kills the whole thing. Let's give a bit of update on what's happening with The Witcher. Netflix has just announced that there will be a 4th season of their hit show, The Witcher. I don't know about hit, but alright. However, Henry Cavill is no longer playing the main character of Geralt of Rivia. Instead, Liam Hemsworth is stepping into the role. With the announcement, Cavill offered this statement: "My journey as Geralt of Rivia has been filled with both monsters and adventures, and alas, I will be laying down my medallion and my swords for season 4. In my stead, the fantastic Mr. Liam Hemsworth will be taking up the mantle of the White Wolf. As with the greatest of literary characters, I pass the torch with reverence for the time spent embodying Geralt and the enthusiasm to Liam's take on this most fascinating and nuanced of men. Liam, good sir, this character has such a wonderful depth to him. Enjoy diving in and seeing what you can find." To be perfectly honest with you, I kind of figured, you know, that Henry Cavill kind of looked a little like he just wasn't interested in it at a period of time, because again, as I say, he's a fan of The Witcher. he's a fan of it, and he came to realize that they just didn't care and wanted to do their own thing, and he just seemed. I mean, I think the whole reason people even watch the Witcher series is because of Henry Cavill. That was one of the reasons that I watched it, because I liked him as Superman. That's why I started watching it. But a lot of people watch it because of him. And with him gone now, they got to take a heavy blow for that. To continue the niceties, Hemsworth offered this statement about his casting as Geralt. As a Witcher fan, okay, so he's a Witcher fan, so there may be hope. I'm over the moon about the opportunity to play Geralt of Rivia. Henry Cavill has been an incredible Geralt, and I'm honored that he's handing me the reins and allowing me to take up the White Wolf's blades for the next chapter of his adventure. Henry, I've been a fan of yours for years and was inspired by what you brought to this beloved character. I may have some big boots to fill, but I'm truly excited to be stepping into the Witcher world. There has been no word as to why Henry Cavill is leaving the show. One has to wonder what the impact on viewership will be, as many fans liked Henry Cavill as Geralt. They also appreciated that that he was a fan of the books and games himself, knowing and appreciating the lore. Yeah, so however, Hemsworth is saying that he too is a fan. Perhaps this will also be evident in his portrayal of Geralt. Season 3 hasn't been released yet, but Netflix must be confident enough in the project to announce Season 4 with this change. Fans will still have opportunity to see Henry Cavill's Geralt when the third installment is summer 2023. So, yeah, so Henry Cavill is out as The Witcher. He's in as Superman, but as I said it before, they say that they don't have a reason as to why he do, but I honestly think he just kind of get tired of it and decided that, they're not going to do it properly. Let's go back to doing Superman. And I'm hopeful for Superman. I am really and truly hopeful for him playing Superman. And if it's done well with good writing, good director, get away from this dark, gritty DC universe nonsense and kind of bring back some hope to it, we could see a really good Superman movie in the very near future. But as for The Witcher, Liam Hemsworth says that he's a fan. We'll have to see, but Henry Cavill is no longer the White Wolf. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. Be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.